friggin' chain off.
A New York State Supreme Court judge is in hot water after getting in a street brawl with his neighbors.
And he friggin' whacks me, like slaps me across the face. Okay. So I'm like, are you friggin' kidding me? You ripped my friggin' necklace off, okay? So I friggin' push him.
What's more, he threatened and tackled a responding police officer when his wife was cuffed.
Put your hands behind your back.
Hey! No! You touched my wife, you're gonna be sorry.
I don't care, let him. Let him.
And soon, he too was being detained.
You wanna drop another copper's name? You wanna scream about, Vermont, you're the mayor? Why don't you shut the up? And you listen, quiet, shut your mouth. Push your hands behind your back. Listen. Put your hands behind your back.
Here's what happened. This is New York State Supreme Court Judge Mark Grisanti. He lives in Buffalo and has had a long-standing disagreement with his neighbors. Simply put, Grisanti and his wife say the neighbors across the street park their vehicles in a strategic way to block off their neighbors' driveways. Here's a 911 call Grisanti made about this issue.
911, where is your emergency?
Well, it's not an emergency, but I called D District, and they said I have to call 911 for an idiot neighbor across the street where they have 4 cars on my side parking, and 2 of them are blocking my driveway.
Okay, what's the address?
21 Duluth Avenue. One of the trucks is from New Jersey, and nobody likes this neighbor across the street, so he parks his cars on top of everybody's driveway, and that's what's happening right now. I never called before or complained, but 21 Duluth Avenue, there's a truck from New Jersey. There's another, Chevy Traverse. They're like literally on top of your driveway.
Okay.
And when I came in, I almost hit them. And listen, I have daughters and sons and son-in-law that are police, that are the fire department. And listen, whatever it's worth, the mayor's not doing things right with you guys. But I don't care if you guys come now or 12 o'clock. But if the car's still there, I want a ticket on it or I want it towed because it's blocking part of the driveway.
Okay. All right. There's the truck from New Jersey and a Chevy Traverse blocking your driveway.
This is a Law&Crime legal alert and a Law&Crime YouTube takeover. Google Incognito tracked users' browsing data without their knowledge. Mass Tort Alliance, one of our legal sponsors, is helping users file for compensation due to Google misleading the privacy of their incognito browser. If you've used Google Incognito anytime since 2016, you can start your claim in less than 10 questions at incognitoclaims.com/LC takeover. After Grisanti made this 911 call, things really heated up. There's no audio, but the neighbor's surveillance camera caught part of a brawl on video. Keep in mind, Grisanti is in a white t-shirt and his wife is wearing bright pink. You can see them across the street from the camera, standing in their driveway. About a minute later, they begin walking across the street toward their neighbors. They get in an altercation in the driveway where you see the neighbor take a swing at Grisanti. Soon, the brawl spills over into the street and continues on with Grisanti and his neighbor eye to eye. Eventually, the fight moves into Grisanti's driveway, showing no sign of slowing. Here's some audio of the argument. Another neighbor who saw the fight going down called 911. Here's what happened when Buffalo officers arrived on the scene.
Okay. Okay? Tag me. Rip my friggin' chain off. Okay.
Right away, Grisanti and his wife approached the officer, screaming about the altercation. And pretty soon, Grisanti's wife is screaming in her neighbor's face.
Yeah, you got it all on camera.
All right, step.
They're drunk. Okay, well, their stuff is over here. It's the yard and her stuff.
Okay.
Locked over there.
You're gonna step back.
I called because these guys parked their cars on all 4 cars. Right. City vehicle on their driveway, my driveway.
He started. So I'm not listening to a bunch of yelling. We'll talk calmly over here.
He started with the truck.
That's fine.
Wait, can I just ask you this? Is that blocked driveway?
During all this, the neighbors from across the street ask whether their truck really was in the way of the driveway.
No.
Truck right there? Okay, I didn't think so.
Okay,
Thank
so
you.
But this conversation quickly comes to a halt when Grisanti's wife begins screaming again.
That's why
so I
they
was
came
sitting
running.
on the porch, and they stopped and says that our truck is in their driveway, this and that. I says, our truck is in their driveway. They came across the street here, pushed my husband.
Not came, they came running.
She came running. She literally...
So what was the first thing that they said?
Wait till my son hears what...
Ma'am, if you don't stop yelling, this is going to be a problem for you.
I don't care.
Here's where things get really tense. When the wife doesn't stop screaming, an officer runs over to her driveway and cuffs her.
Okay, then get over here.
You're not gonna arrest me.
I sure am.
My son, no. You're not.
We are not doing this.
At this point, Grisanti himself shoves the officer who's cuffing his wife.
We are not doing this.
No, it's
Push
okay.
it, mother.
You better go.
Let him arrest me. I don't care.
Dude.
Come on, take
You're
me.
going in the back of the car
I will.
and we can deal with this.
No, you have no idea the we
Okay.
can't put up with.
Okay, put your hands behind your
I
back or
will.
we are going to have a problem. Put your hands behind your back.
Hey!
No,
Arrest my wife, you're gonna be sorry.
I don't care. Let him.
But soon, she's in the back of a squad car.
I don't care. I don't
Okay.
care. If it gets you pieces of shit out of
See-
here, I will.
I am so done listening to you scream.
Why? Because it's the truth. It's
No,
15
because
years
I
of
want to
bullshit.
hear everybody talk.
15 years of
I
bullshit.
want everybody's story.
You're hearing them first. You
I'm
don't
gonna
understand. Ask any neighbor.
That doesn't mean I'm not going to listen to you. I want to hear what you have to say. I want to hear what you have to say.
They're too tight.
I want to hear what you have to say. But you are screaming it.
Loosen these.
I want to hear it.
Here are the same moments of his wife's detainment from another officer's perspective.
Two girls and a guy against me?
Stop.
Really?
They
Really?
come out and walking the dog. They come out on the porch. They start yelling at her.
No, wait
She
till my
crosses the
son
street.
hears.
Get,
Wait till my
get
son hears
the
what you
video
did.
from their phone or from the camera. They friggin' three of them
I don't
pushed her.
care.
So I cross the street,
me.
rip my
You're
shirt
not
off,
gonna
friggin' rip my
arrest me.
friggin'.
She's good. She's good. She's good.
No,
Ma'am.
You're not doing nothing.
Hey!
You're gonna arrest me.
We're not doing this.
No.
No, it's okay. Let him
Dude, keep your hands off.
You
her.
better go off wife.
arrest me. I don't care.
Dude,
She's going to cuffs. She's going to cuffs. Do not
listen,
fight a
my
police
daughter
officer.
and my son-in-law are
Do
both
not fight
Buffalo
a
police officers.
I know. And you
I'm
would-
calling
you
right now. Dude!
would not want them putting your hand, somebody putting their hand. You are not going to fight a cop.
Hey! You arrest my wife, you're gonna be sorry.
I don't care. Let him.
My son and my daughter are both police officers. Oh my God, are you kidding me, dude?
That doesn't mean I'm not going to listen to you.
You need to get the, if you don't get the cops offer right now, you're gonna have a problem.
We're not doing that. We're not threatening that.
You need to get the cops offer.
She's going to sit in the back of the car right now. That's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do for
He
right now.
needs to get the cops offer.
We're not going to do that by your demand. She's going to sit in the back of the car. She's going to be in cuffs, and that's what's going to happen for right now. Let us work. Let us just work this through.
No, watch.
Genuinely.
I'm gonna be calling my son and daughter. They're lieutenants right now.
Genuinely, yeah. Call who you need to call.
I'm gonna be calling right now.
I have no problem with that.
Okay.
So that's what Grisanti does. He's caught on camera calling his daughter.
Start attacking your mother.
All right, so you give us a second so we can talk to you?
Yeah, I'm talking to my daughter who's a police officer.
Okay.
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 Ashley and Moya.
I don't know
Dave
who that
Cole.
You have 3 police officers you want to hear. Start the story.
Hi, Luciano. I don't know. You got officers Mollahan. I don't know who these guys are, but Maria's in the back of the car.
Where does your daughter work for?
She's in B district. My
Bravo?
son's in C district.
Okay.
Ramalia's my
Ross
cousin.
Pete. Okay.
So I mean, it's just.
Yeah, that's probably not.
All right, look, Ash. Let me call you back. Let me tell them exactly what happened because all the neighbors are out here and they can verify everything. There's like 7 neighbors out here.
Then Grisanti explains his side of the story.
I come home. I called I first called D district. I said, listen, there's a car. They do this all the time. They block in the driveways.
Is
All
it
4 of
just
these
like
cars-
this?
Yeah, all 4 of these cars are theirs.
Okay.
All 4 of them across the street are theirs. And you can see how much room they have. They edge in the driveway. Nobody likes them in the street. They don't like anybody. So they edge in the driveway as close as they can. So I called up and I said, listen, a little tight for me getting in. He was like, ignore it. I go, a little tight getting in. Can you come down,
go across the street, knock on the door, tell them to move the truck. They're from New Jersey. I'm not going to give them a friggin', I don't want to give them a ticket. So, I'm walking, so there's a way to walk the dog. We walk the dog, we come back, I pull the dog in the house, she goes across the street, I come out, the two girls and Joe are like in their face, so I come walking across the street. He goes, oh, you want to go? So I tell him, no, Joe, and I'm bringing Maria back. If they have it on the camera, he friggin' whacks me, like just pushes me backward.
Okay.
I'm like, dude, you need to like calm down. You need to calm down. I friggin' back up, I'm grabbing her. They start walking across the street. Naturally, she's a girl, she's going after the girls. I'm pulling her back. He comes over, and he friggin' whacks me, like slaps me across the face.
Okay.
So I'm like, are you friggin' kidding me? You ripped my friggin' necklace off, okay? So I friggin' push him. He comes after me. I move out of the way. He falls in my driveway. That's why I always got the bruise on it. He falls in my driveway. He gets up. He starts leaving. We're going our separate ways. The girls start fighting again. I grab my wife. We pull it back. The neighbors come out. They're like, are you kidding me? The one neighbor down here is like, listen, you got to like, ignore them. Nobody likes them. That's what they do all the time. We didn't do nothing. We basically walked the dog, came back, and they come out of the house. They're like, you got an effing problem where the truck is parked? Now, I heard that when I was taking the dog in the house.
Okay.
My wife was still outside. She walked over. She goes, yeah, move the truck. They friggin' bolt from the porch. The girl's got her friggin' hand on my wife's throat, and that's when I walked over there. And that's when it all started.
Okay.
I mean, are you friggin' kidding me? They can't wait to start trouble. Talk to anyone. Those two neighbors with the dogs don't live on the street, they know. Mm-hmm. Yellow knows. These guys know. He knows. The guy that was just here knows. Mm-hmm. They can't wait to start problems.
Okay.
Okay? And listen, I'm good friends with Byron Brown. He's like, he always said, Mark, just friggin' ignore him. I did ignore him. I called and said, the truck is friggin' blocking half the driveway. And then when we come back, that's how it is. Mm-hmm. I'm talking like this, can friggin' punch me in the face, and I'm getting a fat lip. So, but I wouldn't have my friggin' shirt ripped like this. He friggin' tore this shirt, grabbing me, and friggin' ripped my necklace off.
Okay.
Okay, like I'm fighting the guy.
Okay.
I mean, I walked over to grab Maria. He goes, oh, you want to go, tough guy? I'm like, no, Joe, take it away. Boom. And push.
So let me ask you this: two questions. First off, is how do we prevent something like this in the future?
Oh, do it. It's never gonna end.
Okay.
With these two, everybody. They start next week. Will be with them.
At this point, Grisanti asks that his wife be removed from the squad car, and from there, things get tense once again.
Get her out of the car and I'll bring her inside. And I didn't mean to tackle you, but I mean you kind of threw my wife down on the ground pretty hard, and I don't appreciate that.
I understand that.
All right, I really don't. If I would do that to your wife and you're outside, you do the same thing.
Sure, if you were a police officer and she was screaming in my face.
No, my daughter's a police officer, and I know what you guys are going through right now. And trust me, my daughter's a police officer, my son-in-law's a police officer, my
and if someone was screaming at your daughter and approaching her like that, she would have done the same thing.
No, you grabbed my wife from over there and dragged her over here, which was not necessary. Okay. So you need to chill out about that.
I have a camera, so it's all documented.
I don't care about your camera. Just give it a little constructive criticism, dude.
Okay.
Okay?
Let me give you some constructive criticism.
But there's more constructive criticism heading Grisanti's way.
You want to drop another copper's name? You want to scream about Gamali or the mayor? Why don't you shut the up? And you listen, quiet. Shut. Listen. Put your hands right back. Listen. Put your hands right back. You want to be difficult? You want to say all these coppers? I know all these things. No, you want to make us look dirty? Is that what you want to do? So how am I helping you now? Tell me, how can I help you? How? Shut up and let me talk to you, you old geezer. Shut up. Shut up. Let me talk to you. Since you had so much to say and you touch a cop. So let me talk to you. Okay. God. Let me talk to you. Guy. Quiet! No! You're not done talking yet!
The next time we see Grisanti, he's in the back of a squad car.
Mark.
Make sure I got the volume up here. Okay, I'm sorry. The Bluetooth is on. Here we go. Speaker. Okay, there. One more try.
Hey, Mark.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Alright. They're saying that you pushed an officer. You wouldn't do that, would you?
You know what? He dragged Maria. When the two girls ran Maria, he was dragging Maria across the street and actually was taking her down on my front lawn. And I basically said, listen, just like talk to her, and I pushed him, and I said, don't friggin' tackle her, and I pushed him. I apologized to him, Mark, right after that, because I said, listen, I respect you guys in law enforcement. You know, I go, my daughter's a police officer, my son-in-law's a police officer, all my family's police officers. I never mentioned Byron Brown's name. What we said is that the guy across the street parks the vehicle, which is a Byron Brown-owned vehicle, like he blocks driveways, and they did it with all 4 cars tonight. So, yes, I was wrong.
And later, he's interviewed by officers.
So, he's behind her. She's here, he's behind her. I put my arm out on his, and I should have done this, but I put my arm out like on his shoulder, like holding him back as I'm grabbing her by the arm, saying, I got her, she can come with me. He's like, no, she's going, she's in handcuffs. I says, this isn't proper, and I'm pushing him like this, and I'm trying to get her. And another officer came over and said, let him do his job. He got her in handcuffs. When he did that, she calmed down. I said to him, listen, I said, my daughter's a police officer, my son-in-law's a police officer. I said, I respect police. I should put my hands on you. I said, but it wasn't proper, like how you were trying to take her down. She's like 4 foot nothing. I said, so they mean to put my hands on it. He was fine with it. Another officer came over, heard what I did. He says, you touched a police officer, and then put the cuffs on me. No, what I apologized to is the, kind of stopping the officer from doing what he had to do. But, so I'm trying to sweep the legs of her, and she's had problems with her neck and back, or her neck and back. So I'm like, you know what? I'm like, I got her. I'll take her in the house. By that time, we had the cuffs on. But we were cool. Everyone was cool. And then he mentioned to someone, the 2 other officers that came, what happened. He said, oh, you put her in our officer. I said, listen, I already apologized, told him immediately, was you need to shut the fuck up, because, I'm talking right now.
That can be viewed as obstruction. We're there to perform our duties, and when someone tries to stop us from doing that.
I get it.
So.
I get it. That's why I apologized to him and let him do what he had to do. Yeah.
All of this happened on June 23, 2020, and the next month, the Erie County District Attorney's Office announced no charges would be filed. Just this week, the New York State Commission on Judicial Conduct censured Judge Grisanti, meaning he won't be removed as a state Supreme Court judge, but he did receive a formal statement of disapproval for his actions. Reporting for Law&Crime, I'm Gillespie.